guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And first and foremost, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's subscribed to my channel, everyone who's watched each and everyone who's watched everyone who's watched all of my videos thus far. So, as you can see by the title of the video, it is the journal episode 1. So, the journal is going to be a series on my channel where I'm going to be talking about different topics and giving some advice. And this, I feel like, is going to be the most favorite thing for me on my channel. It's just doing sit down videos. I really enjoy them, and I didn't think I would, but now I do. I enjoy them a lot. So, let's get into the video. Okay, so as you can see by the title of the video, it's how to not get played and end yourself up in a situationship. I feel like our generation's dating dynamic is a pandemic on its own. Genuinely, it's a fucking pandemic, and I don't understand this. I don't understand why people get themselves into situationships. I don't understand the whole, what can I say? Give me the word, guys. Give me the word. Give me the word. Give me the word. I don't understand the whole dynamic of this being in a situationship. For me, it's either you want to be with someone or you don't. This thing of like using people like my G, it's not where it's at. And I'm giving you guys this advice because, okay, I've stopped getting myself into situationships. I do not get played because, honey, I know the game. I know the game. Don't play with a hand who knows the game. I'm joking. Yo, I don't know the game. I don't play games. Period. Okay. So, how to not get played? First and foremost, you should know yourself. Know who you are. Know the things that you can tolerate and you won't tolerate. And be headstrong on those things. Be very headstrong, be very straightforward on how you are as a person and what you want. Be very straightforward. That's how you avoid getting played, because if you're very straightforward with who you are, what you tolerate, and your standards, that leaves no room for a man to think he can come in and just do whatever he wants, or a woman can just come in and do whatever she wants, how she wants. No. It closes that room of finish and clear. If you're not going to treat me in a certain way and you don't want the same things that I want, then you can gladly walk out the door. You need to be comfortable. If you don't want to get played and you don't want to end up in a situationship, you need to get comfortable, okay, with being alone. You need to get comfortable with not accepting just anything. Okay? And sengibona ukuthi ngiyahlina uthi ngismile kancane khona ngeke abo intimidate kanje bo. Okay, right. It closes the room for a person thinking they can come into your space and come into your energy and come into your aura to just do whatever they want to do. And the moment you are so sure about yourself and the things that you want in your life and the qualities that you are looking for in a person, be headstrong on that. Yes, you're going to have a lot of lonely nights. Trust me, I've had them. And yes, some days it sucks, but you remember that I'm not just going to be with anyone or just do anything with anyone, because I matter to myself and I value myself and I hold myself at a high regard. Even for guys, like, guys must just stop settling for whatever is there, you know? And my girls as well, stop settling for just whatever is there. Know what you want and stick to that. Don't lower the bar for anybody. Don't lower the bar for anyone, because let me tell you something. God will make sure that you get the person that you're supposed to be with. He will make sure, and I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. I've dated, and every time I break up with someone, I'm like, okay, you were not my person, but God has a person for me, and I'm gonna keep my standards high. I'm gonna keep my values intact, and I'm gonna keep knowing my worth and how I deserve to be treated. And it's made it so much easier for me to accept, a person not being in my life. It's made it easier for me to move on as well. So be set on your standards, on your values, and the qualities that you want, okay? And I'm giving this advice to people who literally don't want to play games. Like, this is my advice. If you are still immature and you still feel like, oh, I want to dabble in this and that, then this, unfortunately, it's not for you. Okay? If you're tired of getting played and tired of being made a fool, this is for you. Because my baby boy, my baby girl, I'm giving you this advice because I know. I know. Number 2, right? Women and men, I feel like, okay, this is for my hands. I don't want to include women in this because women are a tad complicated. But this is for my hands, okay? Men are very simple creatures. I'm gonna call them creatures because, sometimes they just animals, animals, and we don't like that. We know some of them turn into animals. We don't like that. So I'm gonna call men creatures, right? They're very simple creatures. A man, if he wants you in his life in a very serious manner, he is going to pursue you, okay? Number 1, you won't need to tell him anything. He'll know exactly what to do because he actually wants you in his life. He'll make room, he'll make time. You won't have to say, oh, when are you seeing me? No. A real man will make time. A real man will invest in you. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about teaching you different things, allowing you to expand and grow as a woman. That's a man will really, a real man. But all I'm saying is, a real man won't make you question anything. Literally won't make you question anything. And number two, a real man doesn't talk too much. A real man doesn't talk too much. I don't want to lie to you. A real man just proves with actions that he's serious. He proves with actions. I know real men don't like to talk because they feel like talking does nothing. They like to act because that proves of like, I'm into you, I'm interested, I want to get to know you, and I'm not playing around. And he will just be a man, not a little boy, man, not some little mwana. No, so that's why I feel like men are very simple. If a man, I'm going to tell you this now, if a man is having excuses as to why he's not making time for you and he keeps canceling and listen, because that man is full of games. That man is not serious about you. He's not serious about courting you. You're not the woman for him. Yes, you're the woman for him that he wants to play with and make a fool. Yes, for that. But you're not the woman for him. Because I can tell you right now, a man that sees that you are for him, he won't play around with you. He'll see your worth just like you see your worth. He'll recognize your value just as you recognize your value. So, a man with excuses and fusses and all of these things, that person is playing games, and men know this. Men know that when they actually like a girl, they'll invest time and money, whatever, into her. And if they don't see anything serious with her, they'll just be like, keeping you around, not texting you, not calling you, but they'll text you just to keep you on the hang so they can still have access to you. Because that's what men who aren't serious do. So they won't have serious intentions with you. They'll just want to play. Definitely, and when he sees that you actually like him, oh my goodness, you've dug a hole for yourself, because he'll take advantage of your soft spot. Now, don't let men do this, and men don't let women do this. Don't let another person take advantage of your soft spot. Yes, have a soft spot, but remember that you are not something to be played with. You come first as a person. You come first as a person. Understand? So when you see that the other person is playing, and when I walk lapho, phuma kuye. Don't invest in something you can't see growing. Don't do that. Don't invest your time. Time is a very precious thing. And I feel like maybe a lot of people take it for granted, but time is a very precious thing. So don't take your time and invest it in someone who wants to play games. Ne? So that is my advice. Because this is the thing, men don't play hard to get. They do not do that. Men do not play hard to get. They're just very straightforward. And if a man is playing, then my darling, he's playing. Take that as a little man, a little boy. Move on with your life. Stop looking for reading quotes. You should wait. No, you don't wait. If a man says, "Oh, I want," can you just wait until I get myself right? You know, be like, no. If you can't own up and be the man that I need you to be, then clearly you aren't for me. There's no waiting. Okay, number 3, a man or woman who is serious about you will not. Ngeke yabo ishingathini. Ngeke kekeleze like yabo. Kekeleze. They won't kekeleze, okay? They'll be very straightforward with you and upfront, you know? You won't have to wonder. You won't have to wonder. And I feel like this generation normalizes keeping things in the gray area. And that worries me. It really worries me that some people are so comfortable with unclarity. They're so comfortable with not knowing what's going on. And it scares me. It's wow. Because first and foremost, you should always know where you stand with someone. The moment where you don't know where you stand with someone, that's the answer. You don't stand anywhere with that person. You just currently non-existent, you know? And never get comfortable with being in the gray area with someone. Ever. When you're going out on dates with this person, maybe more than 5 dates, you know, you should get an idea of where they are relationship-wise, you know? Get an idea of where they are relationship-wise and whether they would love to have a relationship with something that they see in their lives or in this moment, in this current state of their lives. Is it something they see, right? And ask that question. And if he says, yeah, it's something I see, and he's really spending time with you and he's putting in effort, so that means the room for a relationship between the both of you guys is already open, right? And all he has to do is just ask you to be his girlfriend, or you know, you just need to ask the girl if she's your girlfriend. So yeah, never get comfortable with unclarity. I feel like it's just keeping things in the gray area because you're scared of what the other person will say is not a good enough reason. Like, you need to take things with your chin. Like, you need to take things with your head held high. You need to take things with understanding that rejection has nothing to do with you as a person. It has nothing to do with your worth, with your value, and the quality you do possess as a male or female. It has nothing to do with you, you know? Rejection just means that thing wasn't for you, and it's okay. You're gonna go on and find something that is for you and that is better, you know? So, yeah, that is the biggest thing. Rejection has nothing to do with you. Don't be scared of rejection. Don't let yourself stay in a place whereby you're just being taken advantage of and no, you need to get comfortable with your loneliness. Okay, it's something very, very important. You need to get comfortable with your loneliness and not reach out to the opposite gender just because you're lonely. And even if they're not something that you want, stop doing that. Stop damaging yourself like that. Stop degrading yourself like that. I don't feel like people need to do that. You need to welcome someone in your life who you can genuinely see yourself growing with, and give people your time who you really enjoy. Another thing, I think this is number 5 or 4, I'm not sure, but as people, take things as experiences. Take going out on a date as an experience. Don't build up an image in your mind. Don't build up this big fat fantasy of like, oh, what if we end up together? No, leave room for, it would be okay if it turns into something, and it would be okay if it doesn't turn into something. You need to become okay with the idea that not every person you meet or encounter you're gonna have a relationship with. Leave that out of the picture. I feel like that's what damages a lot of us, is that we got on a date with a person that we really find attractive and we like them, and we're just like, oh, what if we date? And you've built up this idea in your head, and when it doesn't happen, it crashes you. Like, literally, it trashes you, and you feel sad, and you asking yourself why, and because you built up this idea and you didn't leave room for the other prospect of things. So always leave room for it will be okay if we turn into something, and it will be okay if we don't. No time is ever wasted for experiencing another human being. It's literally the most beautiful thing ever, because as humans we are growing and learning each and every day. So take things as learning experiences instead of saying, oh, that was a horrible date. Just be like, yeah, it was a messed up date. The food was good. Conversation, 9 out of 10. But I literally got to know someone else and got to find out their way of thinking, even if I feel like it's odd. But, I experienced another human being and it was beautiful, and I appreciate the moment. No time is ever wasted. Don't feel like, oh, shit, I wasted my time. No. People feel like they wasted the time because they don't look deeper into the situation of like, what positive thing can I take from this? What did I learn about the other person and about myself in the conversation that was being had? You know what I mean? And my thing, closing off, guys, my thing is just like, do not do or end yourself up in a situation that you don't want just because of how society is and what society deems as okay and apparently comfortable. And this is to all the people who know that they aren't situationships type of people. The people who are full of love, the people who want genuine connections and genuine relationships. Don't ever subject yourself to being in a situationship just because you don't want to be alone, or just because you really, really like that person and you're afraid to lose them. You have to become okay with losing people in this life. Not everyone is going to stay, not everyone is going to be a part of your journey, and that's okay. Because really, if a situationship is not for you and you can't do the whole like no emotions thing, but we do everything else, just we're not together type of thing, if you're okay with staying in the gray area, okay, that's good for you. But if you're not, don't try and force something that you know it's not who you are. Be okay with knowing that, look, I'm a relationship person and I prefer that than just being in the gray area, right? I feel like there's something so beautiful about a person when they stay true to themselves, when they stay true to who they are, who they want to be, and what they want to attract, right? Even for me, like, I remember just ending up in situationships because I felt like this is what today's society does, so like, why don't I just do it as well? I was betraying who I was at my core, betraying my value and my values and my worth by ending myself up in things that really didn't feed my soul or nourish me as a person or help me grow as a person. I was just doing things because society normalized it. And now I've sort of realized I don't like playing games. I just think it's useless and it's time consuming. I became very honest with myself and the things that I wanted and didn't want. And I can tell you this, life is more beautiful if you're being honest to yourself and you're not just throwing yourself in these meaningless relationships or entanglements. Generation yethu vele, entanglements. But no, like stay true to yourself. That's always gonna be my message on the journal, is stay true to yourself, stay true to the things that you want as a person, stay true to the things that make you at your core. Live this life for yourself and not for other people. And I feel like for guys as well, I don't think guys have been told to like know your worth, know your value. It's mostly said to girls, but this is to my guys. Today I'm saying this to you. Know your worth, know your value. Be headstrong on the type of woman that you want, but also don't play with women. If you know you're not gonna put in anything good in her life, suka kuye. Phuma nje kuye. ungadlali ngengane yabantu ngoba one, you wouldn't like it if you found out how some of your sisters have been treated. You wouldn't like it if you could find out that one day your baby girl is being treated like shit by your man and being played with. So I feel like a real man for me is a man who can recognize that, look, this woman, this girl is beautiful. She has her head on right. So, and I'm not willing to be the man that she needs for her. So let me step back and let me remove myself from her life. Props to those gents, props to those gents who feel like, what, I'm not going to mess around with girls and waste their time because I'm not in that mental space for what they probably want. And a lot of girls do want relationships. They do want to be with someone, and I feel like they just dumb it down because of society and, savage mode on, because they're trying to hide that, like, I can do a situationship too. I can pull it off, and that whole thing. And I just feel like it's just such a facade, and they subject themselves to these things because they want to be desired, they want attention. And a real woman, and I'm going to tell you this, if you want to grow as a young lady, a young woman, attention doesn't do anything for you. I think I've reached that point whereby attention doesn't do anything for me. It's just like, oh, you're giving me attention. Okay, cool. Effort, consistency. That's what does something to me. Attention, measly attention. It's not my kind of drink, not my kind of vibe, not my kind of aura. So yeah, if you've watched up until here, I know my lighting is just weird now. I just want to say thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. So yeah, thank you guys for coming to my first episode. My second episode is going to be coming in every single Wednesday. So the journal is going to drop a new episode every single Wednesday. My inconsistent ass is screaming at that. But the journal is going to drop a new episode every single Wednesday. And we're going to be talking about different topics. And you guys can also DM me on Instagram and put in topics you want me to talk about, the things that I should touch on. But I felt like this was one that I felt like I needed to touch on this because I don't want people to keep being stupid. Don't be stupid. Okay? If that man or girl is playing games, remove yourself. I think a lot of people are just afraid of being alone. Okay, guys. Clink, clink, clink. It's over. Bye. I love you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Love you.